I have totally fucking had it with Art Rooney II running this franchise. News breaks that Matt Canada, we have no plans in firing him. We are going to keep the bald-headed stooge for at least the rest of the season. Like, what the fuck goes on in your head? Art Rooney, Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, what the fuck goes on in your heads? So let me get this straight. You hold a meeting or a quote-unquote meeting and to try and find solutions to our struggling offense. When, as far as I'm concerned, this was just another fake-ass interview by Art Rooney II just to make him look like a Rooney, to make him look like he's trying to fix this shit, when in reality, he just doesn't give a piss about winning. He doesn't give a piss about getting better. All he cares about is reminiscing and sucking the dick off of the history that his father and grandfather built, knowing goddamn well he will never be just like them. Because he's a spineless fuck who doesn't give a shit about winning. So you have this meeting trying to find solutions to our shitty offense. Here, I have a solution. How about getting Matt Canada the fuck out of Pittsburgh? Is that a solution? Let alone the fact that Byron Leftwich literally reached out to us to help fix this offense. Now, obviously, yes, not all of it falls on the offensive coordinator. Not all of it, but a lot of it does. And the fact that we just straight up ignored him, and decided to stick with Matt Canada come this bye week. Like when you see fans at games chanting "Fire Canada," and not only that. Now, I usually don't keep up with hockey at all. I really don't. I don't give a shit about the sport whatsoever. But the fact that Steelers fans and Pens fans are at Penguins games chanting "Fire Canada." Hell, the fact that they were at the nation fucking capital chanting "Fire Canada" on the National Portrait steps. The National Portrait Gallery steps chanting "Fire Canada." As well as the fact that they are going to other games that are not Steelers games with "Fire Canada" signs. Considering all that, or actually no, I'm sorry, you didn't consider that because you don't give a shit, right? What do? You bring back the bald-headed fucking stooge who doesn't have a goddamn clue on how to run a fucking offense. And this is the pathetic bullshit part. You can't even use the excuse of, there was nobody else available. Because like I said, Byron Leftwich reached out to us to join our coaching staff and help this struggling offense. But you're not even willing to give him a position under Matt Canada? Are you fucking kidding me, you dumb motherfuckers? Huh? Like, this is why I've been saying this for 3 years now, dating back to March of 2021. This is year 3 of me saying that we have to clean fucking house. I've been saying it since March of 2021. I've been calling Art Rooney II out on his bullshit ever since then. That the Steelers need to clean house. But nope, he's too stubborn to do it. He's just too stubborn to make changes. I don't give a fuck if we're 3-2. I don't give a fuck if we're first in the AFC North. I don't give a fuck if we're 2-0 in the division. We have to make changes. We have to. But no. Since we, and this is the thing that pisses me the fuck off, like more than almost anything. When the Steelers win, This is what Mike Tomlin and Art Rooney II think. They think, oh, everything's fixed now because, the Ravens receivers were dropping 7-8 passes, and even though we barely took advantage of it, we somehow pulled out a win. When in reality, the win was a fucking fluke. Don't get me wrong, I'll take a win over Baltimore any way I can get. But the reality of the matter is, that was an ugly ass win. We had no business winning that game. Hell, we should have been blown the fuck out. The complacency with this dumbass organization is why we will not compete with the Chiefs, why we will not compete with the Eagles, why we will not compete with the 49ers, why we will not compete with the Cowboys, why we will not compete with the Dolphins, why we will not compete with the Jaguars, why we will not compete with the Bills, why we will not compete with the Lions. This is why. Because of shit like this. Oh, and the Bengals too. How can I forget about them even though they're in a slump right now? We will not compete with elite/good teams until we do the following. Clean house, stop being complacent, and stop making draft moves that aren't even positions of need. Like we did with Darnell Washington over either another corner, another offensive lineman. And of course, it's looking more and more obvious that we overdrafted Kenny Pickett. Because he looks like a bust so far this season. He is a bust. But according to Art Rooney II and Mike Tomlin and Matt Canada, and I'll even include Omar Khan into this. Because you're in your second year as our GM, right? So, according to the four of you and the rest of your puppets, everything is fine. Just because even though both of our losses we got blown the fuck out in, one of them by a rookie quarterback. And the other three, we needed we were down points and needed some random splash play to come out of nowhere for us to win. The one time we didn't get blown out or lucky was against the Raiders. And even in that game, Pickett threw what should have been a pick six early on. But no. Let's just stick to the same bullshit. So our next two opponents are the Rams and the Jaguars. Two very good teams. And yes, I know the Rams are 2-3, but do not let. You see, the Rams are the opposite of us. They are a misleading 2-3 team because they're much better than what their record shows. And we're a misleading 3-2 team because we're much worse than what our record shows. Because don't let the Rams' record fool you. 2 of their 3 losses came to the 49ers and the Eagles, who are obviously as of right now, the 2 best teams in the NFL. And the Chiefs are up there with them too, but right now it's the 49ers and Eagles, both undefeated. I hope the Rams in SoFi blow us the fuck out. And it wouldn't surprise me if, knowing how well our fan base travels, it wouldn't shock me at all if we take over SoFi Stadium. But I hope we get signs and loud ass mighty chants of Fire Canada. Not at just that game, but at our next home game against Jacksonville. I hope they go from start to finish. I hope the chants are loud as fucking humanly possible. And I don't want to just hear Fire Canada chants. Let's get some Fire Tomlin chants and get some Sell the Team Art chants. That's how bad I want these motherfuckers gone. And even some clean house chants. Get all the chants involved. Get them all in. This also proves that the Rooney Rule is complete utter bullshit. And this is why. And this shows that the Rooney Rule needs to go. It needs to be abolished. It needs to be erased. That's what the fuck needs to happen to it. But of course, we all know it's not going to happen. Art Rooney II is going to be complacent until the day he drops 6 feet below the ground. That's how he rolls. And no matter how fucking hard the fan base tries, he will not change. He will not wake the fuck up. He will not stop being complacent. He will not make any fucking changes. I've had it with this old fuck. This spineless, old, decrepit ass corpse. Ever since your dad passed away, we have not won a single fucking playoff game. We have not won a playoff game ever since you have become the owner of this franchise. What do you think that says about you? Because you see, Art, under Dan Rooney and Art Sr.'s ownership, when each of them had a chance to completely own the franchise, they never, neither of them ever, aside from 1967 up to 1971, they never went 6+ seasons without even getting a single playoff win. Ever since you became the owner, this team has done that for the first time since in the Super Bowl era. And assuming that we don't do shit this season, it's gonna set the record for 7 full seasons without a playoff win, breaking the 67 to 71, just the 1966 to the 1971 range. You want to know why that is? Because you are not like your father and grandfather and never ever will be. The only thing that's the same is your last name. If it wasn't for your last name, you would not have a job at all. Because you don't think like an owner. You don't act like the boss that you're supposed to. That's the thing with you, Art, and it pisses me the fuck off. So because of this, I hope the Rams and Jags blow us the fuck out. I hope they both beat us by 40+. Just so you can get to your thick fucking skull that this team has to make changes. As a matter of fact, 40+ ain't enough. I hope they each set/break the record for the worst loss in Steelers history, breaking that 1989 51-0 Browns record. That's how fucking bad I want them to be. Just so you can finally get your head out of your fucking ass and start making real changes. Art Rooney II, Mike Dumlin, Omar Khan. But again, I'm not shocked at all, because this is what we do. We're complacent. We just don't give a flying fuck about winning. We don't. We do not care. We just don't give a fuck, do we? I honestly don't know what else to say. I'm going to end it right here. Fuck Art Rooney II. Fuck Mike Dumlin. Fuck Omar Khan. Fuck Matt Canada. Clean house. Everybody in this coaching staff, everybody in the organization staff, get the fuck out.